When most people think of high-end timepieces, Rolex is the first and often the only watch brand that comes to mind. As of 2019, among the world's top 10 most expensive watches ever sold at auctions, 3 are Rolex watches. But what are the origins of this luxury watch legend? Hello amazing viewers, it's me Femina here. If this is the content you would be interested in, do subscribe and click the bell right away. Rolex is one of the world's most famous watch brand. It was established by Hans Wilsdorf and Alfred Davis. Hans Wilsdorf was born on 22nd March 1881 in Kalmbach, Germany. He entered the world of watches when he was 19 years old by starting his career in Cannocotton, a watchmaking company. His job was to wind pocket watches and to ensure that they maintained accurate time. In 1903, he joined a high-quality watchmaking company in London. Later, in 1905, Hans Wilsdorf and his brother-in-law Alfred Davis set up a watch company, Wilsdorf and Davis, in London. Initially, they crafted pocket watches as harsh elements like dust and rain made wristwatches unpractical for the daily hustle and bustle. But Wilsdorf had a dream of creating a wristwatch that was reliable, precise, and classy. A few years into the business, Wilsdorf was in search of a new name for his watches. And one fine morning, Hans Wilsdorf was riding on the upper deck of a horse-drawn omnibus in London, and then he said that a genie whispered Rolex in his ear. Rolex had no meaning to it, and it was not somebody's name. It was just a new term which sounded good. The crown was chosen as a logo of Rolex because Hans Wilsdorf loved the British Empire. In 1908, Wilsdorf and Davis got registered as Rolex, and in 1919, they relocated their business to Geneva, Switzerland to be closer to his watch movement supplier located in Bienne. His commitment to excellence earned Rolex watches several feats in the next few decades. In 1910, Rolex became the first watchmaker in the world to attain a chronometer certification for a wristwatch. And later in 1914, they also got a Class A precision certificate by the King's Observatory, which certifies that it matched the standards of the marine-grade chronometer. In 1926, Hans Wilsdorf introduced the world's first water-resistant watch by name Rolex Oyster. Wilsdorf was adamant to make a watch which resists the forces of the external environment. To prove the watch is waterproof, Rolex employed a very clever marketing strategy. In 1927, Hans Wilsdorf personally gave a Rolex Oyster watch to Mercedes Glides, an English woman, while swimming across the English Channel. The watch worked perfectly even after she swam continuously for 10 hours. Wilsdorf went on to advertise this feat on the front page of the Daily Mail, which increases the sales exponentially. Rolex markets their watches as a perfect partner on land or in the sea. In 1956, Rolex introduced Rolex Day Date. It was the first wristwatch which automatically changed day and date on its dial. In 1985, Rolex became the first watchmaker to employ 904L stainless steel in their watches, which resists corrosion. To ensure that every watch meets stringent quality standards, Rolex rigorously tests each and every watch for 15 days by the Swiss Official Chronometer Testing Institute before selling them. The first men to climb the summit of Mount Everest, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, wore Rolex watches while climbing the mountain in 1953. And in 1960, a Rolex Deep Sea watch was introduced to the depths of the Pacific Ocean in the Mariana Trench at 11,000 meters with the help of a submarine with bathyscaphe trees. Even at such high altitudes and extreme water pressure, the Rolex watches perfectly displayed the time without losing even a single second. On March 26, 2012, Rolex took part in the Deep Sea Challenge expedition led by National Geographic and James Cameron, a famous filmmaker who produced super hit movies like Titanic, Avatar, etc. This time also the watch was placed on the outer side of the submarine and the watch won without losing a second. These hardy features make Rolex stand out from the other watch brands. Rolex is now owned and run by the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation, which was established by Wilsdorf as a private trust in 1944. Upon his death in 1960, all of his Rolex shares were transferred to the foundation. Rolex have their own gold foundry on the premises which is used in the manufacturing of the watches. It takes one complete year to produce a single Rolex watch. This is one of the main reasons for the expensiveness of the watch. Also, all the Rolex watches are handmade and Rolex produces 800,000 to 1 million watches per year. In 1978, Rolex became the official timekeeper for the Wimbledon tournament. Rolex became one of the world's most successful watch brand because it produces watch with accurate movements and added water resistant. Gold is always 18K and even the steel used to make the watches is proprietary. The bezels are made with extra hard proprietary ceramic called Cerachrome that is practically impossible to scratch and doesn't change color with UV exposure. A Rolex is truly made to last a generation then more. The Rolex watches are so popular that they have been featured in numerous movies and owned by many popular celebrities like James Bond, Roger Federer, Tiger Woods, etc. What is your all-time favorite Rolex watch? Share with us in the comment section. Did you like this video? Do watch our other great success story videos. See you in another video. Bye bye.